Welcome to the Big Biz Show, featuring insight, analysis, and a lot of stuff that's none of your business.
Hold on. This is the Big Biz Show. I think it is their business.
Making the markets work for you. Here's the man with the plan, Sully.
Hey there, live from the Loft 100 studios in sunny San Diego, California. Big Biz Show's on the air. Great to have you along, Sully, Mike Costa, and the Day Trader Trio, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Wow. Come on.
The DTT never ceases to amaze me.
That was the chicken, wasn't it? Because I was humming the chicken over here, and you thought, I'm going to surprise him with the chicken. I know what you did there. Hey, we had the opportunity because of one of the shareholders of a company called Ammo Inc. contacted the show and decided that we should interview Fred Wagenhals. And of course, Fred is a really interesting individual. Had a great time. I want this guy on the air as a regular.
Yes.
And I also love to, I want to follow the company here. Their stock symbol, they are publicly traded. Their stock symbol is POW. P-O-W-W. I remember when Greg Todoroff, our executive producer, says, oh, we have to interview these guys. Their stock symbol's BAM. I go, no, Greg, it's POW. It's a different. And there he is, writing down the stock symbol up there, the Day Trader Trio's drummer. Here's my imitation of Trace Hodgins when I'm introducing.
Yes.
So I got Fred Wagenhals with POW.
Boom.
Immediately.
He still hasn't
looking up the stock symbol.
Still hasn't painted the eyeballs yet.
Hey, you know what?
The eyeballs.
Listen, we used to call you Trace the Gambler. Now it's Trace the Investor. That's exactly right. Good. Trace the watch list. Right. All right, here comes Fred. Fred, how are you, sir? Great to talk to you, man.
I'm great. Things are going good for us.
Yeah, they really are. A couple of things he's got. He's got, of course, Ammo, which has experienced explosive growth, $300 million to $310 million forecast for 2023. You know, we didn't talk about last time, Fred. I'm going to give you a chance to talk about Ammo, but I also want to talk about today gunbroker.com. The name says it all. They sell socks. But I want to talk about Gunbroker. But first of all, let's talk about Ammo again for the people that missed you last time. Talk about Ammo Inc. and how you started it and how things are going.
Well, my partner Chris Larson and I started the company 5 years ago. And of course, we've grown it from 2 million to 4.8 to 14 million to 62 million. We ended this year at 240 million, and we're projecting 310 million next year.
Fred, with all that's going on with the Second Amendment and gun rights and things like that nowadays, is business increasing because of it?
Yeah, I think it's more the uncertainty that if the people call 911 and is anybody going to show up?
Good point.
There's a lot of uncertainty in this country right now, and a lot of new gun owners, and they're mostly women.
No kidding. So now, does that go along with the national averages? I don't own a gun. I've only shot, I think, one time in my life, and it's because I mentioned on radio in Los Angeles that I'd never picked up a gun in my life, never tried, and they said. So naturally, the radio station got a salesperson to get me a gun a shooting range endorsement. I mean, which actually worked. They got a ton of business out of it because Sully finally is going to. And they brought a camera crew in there, and I shot all kinds of cool stuff.
You get the water in that clown's mouth.
Yeah,
that balloon goes big.
It really does.
You got a dead eye.
Exactly. But I will tell you, it was great. I was thinking the other day, in this day and age with stuff, having a gun in a safe, if you know how to use it, may not be a bad idea these days. And I think that's what you're talking about, Fred. It's a resurgence of popularity, if I guess that's the word for it, of firearms.
It sure is. And, we got a line of bullets called Streak where you can see where the bullet goes and the enemy can't see where it's coming from. So it's great.
Wow.
Great for target practicing.
Well, it's great. That sounds great for the military, too.
Oh, unbelievable. And we just came out with a second color. We had red Streak. Now we have green Streak, which means if you've got a clip in your gun, there's 10 bullets in it. The last 2 could be green. The first 8 could be red. And then when you're running out of bullets, you got to put a new clip in.
It's actually pretty good there for men and women. We're in the Armed Forces Radio Network, of course.
Is it like a military tracer that we see when they're firing at night?
Yeah, the only difference is ours is not on fire.
Oh, okay.
and you could shoot it in a bale of hay and it won't catch the hay on fire.
Interesting. And when have you seen a tracer bullet, by the way, other than the last Ryan Reynolds movie?
Top Gun.
Top Gun. Exactly. Hey, Fred Wagenhals is our guest. He's the chairman and CEO of Ammo Inc., NASDAQ company. POWW is their stock symbol, and you can go to ammoinc.com. Talk to us about gunbroker.com. And of course, this was an acquisition, was it not, or was it something you started?
No, it's been in business for 20 years. We bought it from the individual that owned it, paid him $250 million for it 14 months ago. And we're growing the company, tremendous company. It's probably the largest gun site in the world. Wow.
That's for you, obviously there's cross promotion between Ammo Inc. and gunbroker.com. What I do want to talk about though is I guess it could fall under philanthropy, and that's when you heard the Ukrainian president desperate with a desperate plea for ammunition, you got together with your partner and decided we got to send these guys some ammo in defense of the Russian invasion. Talk about that again for us, because you talked about it last time. I want to hear the story again.
Well, my partner called me, told me the story that he saw on TV, and the next day we donated 1 million rounds.
Wow.
And a good friend of mine, Richard Childress, who's on our board, put it on Fox News, Fox and Friends the next day, and the publicity, and it just exploded with what we got. I mean, we probably got $10 million worth of publicity out of it.
Yeah.
But that's not the reason we did it. We did it because of freedom, and it was a good cause.
I want to talk about your beginnings again, because we have a few minutes left. And you started out in merchandising business, did you not? And if I'm not mistaken, from NASCAR merchandising?
Yes, I went and got the exclusive rights for guys like Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, and took the company from a card table and 3 employees to $407 million a year in sales in 8 years.
Wow.
Sold the company 4 years later to the France family for $245 million. Thought I was going to retire. And of course, I never shot a gun till I was 62. Dale Earnhardt, Richard Childress took me hunting, and they introduced me to the most expensive thing in the world. I'd been married 4 times. And trust me, hunting is more expensive.
Oh my God, that's great. Hey, so what's next for you? I understand, we talk about what's next for your company, and I realize that you're going to stay the course and keep it. What's next for you, though, as an entrepreneur? Because I have a feeling you're not going to sit still.
I'm not, and I enjoy working. This is it's kind of my hobby, and I enjoy it. I'm not complaining. You got tough days and good days, but I probably never quit working.
Yeah, I can't see it as I'm getting to know you off the air. I can see that. By the way, I can't remember what you said last time. NASDAQ? I'm sorry, NASCAR. Were they upset when you had the exclusive rights? What's that like when you just go? This would be like getting the exclusive rights to Tom Brady without telling the NFL. So let's talk about what it's in terms of NASCAR. What was that like?
Well, they liked me because I was paying them close to $5 million a year royalties off of using their mark, but they probably really didn't like me because I had all the exclusive rights.
Sure, right. And at the end, you got a few more other than just the one. You ended up making a real big business out of this thing. Hence the exit, correct?
Yeah, it was $407 million
Wow.
a year in sales, and I had the same problem that I have today. The shorts were pounding on me every day at Action, and I beat the shorts, and I should have never been a $52 stock. I should have never been a $10 stock.
But you beat the shorts, and you did fundamental business, which is sort of what this is all about. Fred, thank you so much. Can't wait to have you back on the air. I'll talk to you very soon. Fred Wagenhals, Ammo Inc., POWW.
Incredible story.
There you go. That's Fred. Got the back door with